So this is a little bit of a different thrifting video. Normally I'm on the go, raring to go, to try to go to all the thrift stores that I can in one day. Today in particular though, I feel like I need a reset. And although going thrifting is not sitting down and relaxing, it is kind of like a form of relaxation for me. It's going to be a chill day. I'm going to go to places that I want to, but I'm not going to stress out for as long as I spend at one place and so on and so forth. So as always, I'll put the timestamp right here if you want to fast forward right to the haul. And without further ado, let's go thrifting. Where to next? Oh, should we go to the Restore? Maybe I should go to the Restore. Haven't been to there in a while. Yeah, let's go to the Restore. Why not? Okay, so after going to 4 different thrift stores, I did manage to find some things. So first up is this mirror right here. Obviously, love the ornate style of it. It's beautiful. Actually, really like the fact that it has the shelf too. It's not something that I see every day as far as like old style mirrors with shelves. I don't typically find them in the thrift store, so it was nice to actually see that. Paint is definitely coming up, although I don't know if that was intentional. So this one was $12.99, which I think was actually a pretty good price. But I love this, so I'm gonna probably style this for the time being on my mirror wall. Maybe swap out one of my mirrors, but I don't think that's going to actually stay there. I am working on a room makeover right now, so I had plans to try to fit it in there instead. That might change though, because I am flip-flopping a little bit on what I'm deciding to do in the room, but if it doesn't change, you'll see it sometime in the upcoming weeks. But yeah, beautiful mirror, $12.99, really happy about it. And even though this was the only piece I found at the first thrift store, still really happy I walked away with it. Next up is this little basket right here. Felt like this had a lot of potential as I'm taking the bow off because I'm not a fan. It's fairly difficult though for me to find flat wall baskets like this. I would love to find them more often, though I do not. So I'm thinking about possibly doing a DIY with this one to kind of just make it more my style. Probably taking this off or painting it. I'm kind of excited about this one. I don't do DIY projects often anymore, but I will say I'd like to do it occasionally, especially when I see so much potential in a piece. That is the case with the DIYs that I actually do. 9 times out of 10, if I'm going to be completely honest though, I have the intention to DIY something and end up not DIYing it at all because of the fact I just fall in love with it as it is. It is a very large size, which is nice. The handle is great. I feel like this would be great for a laundry room, kind of like for extra storage or something like that. A wall basket like this for $4.99 I don't think is too awful, so was happy to pick it up and kind of excited to DIY this one actually. Next up are some vintage books. I grabbed these two mainly because of the color scheme. And I will be honest about this one. This is not something I would normally go for, like a book about birds, but the illustrations are really pretty. And this one is actually a soft cover book. A vintage soft cover book was actually surprising for me to actually find and want to pick up. But I figured a bird book would actually be kind of cool to just to have on a bookshelf. And the book spine is really pretty too. So surrounding other books, you probably wouldn't even notice that it's a soft cover book. But as I said, illustrations are just really cute, so I'm glad to add this to like my vintage book collection. It's a little different from what I normally collect, so I was happy to pick it up. I also picked a book of sonnets. This cover is so cool. I love the overall design of it, but the actual sonnet pages of themselves are all decorated as well with this beautiful border. Got some images in it too, so I thought this would be a great book to have. So really cute, really beautiful, and just something simple to put on my shelf that I think I will actually love to read. Last but not least is this brown book right here. This is a mathematical book. I will go ahead and tell you right now, this will probably just go over my head. So this one definitely was just a styling book for sure. As are all 3 of them, but I do like to look through most of my books. But this one for sure, the mathematical one, might be a little too dry for me to actually look through. I am still collecting vintage books because I do have big plans for creating like a reading nook. It's time consuming, it's DIY intensive. I don't know when that's going to get done, but despite that, I'm still thrifting for it. These kind of things that I find along the way, I'm hoping these will kind of give me the motivation to like work on the project and see it through all the way. So happy to pick these up. These were only 99 cents a piece. So cute vintage books for a great price. Next up are 2 frames. So this one is a metal frame. I really love this one, this style. It has an older backing, though I don't know if this is actually the original backing to it. And these sliding clips don't make me feel like it's terribly old. So it doesn't feel like it matches the time frame of this back. But this metal frame is almost like bronzy color with some very like intricate flower details. So my idea for this one is actually to make it into a mirror. So I'll probably DIY this one the same time I DIY the basket. But this one was $1.99. I think for a metal frame, that's actually a pretty good price. So good grab in my opinion. It's been a long time since I've thrifted a wood frame that I love so much. But the reason why I fell in love with it is definitely because of the detail on the frame itself. It's got flowers and leaves. It's a simple design, but a very cute one. And the frame itself has a little bit more visual interest than you would think a normal wood frame would. It is a little bit more of an orangey toned wood, but I think I could work with it. This one was also $1.99, and again, just a good grab. I'm always looking for frames. I'd say even though I'm thrifting a lot of frames, I think it's worth it. And last but not least, is this cute lumbar pillow. Now, I definitely don't need more pillows, but I will say lumbar pillows though are very lacking. I just stick to the kind of the basic pillows, but this one I will say I had to grab. I've like checked all the boxes. It's got a very cute pattern. The actual texture of the pillow is very soft, and most important factor for me is the insert. If the insert is soft, where I actually want to lay my head and rest on it, then that is a good pillow in my opinion. But based off of the receipt, it looks like this one was $3.99. But I will say pillows are not cheap, and finding one for $3.99 is so much better than what I've been seeing. Honestly, gotta thank thrifting for that. So that's it for what I thrifted. It was actually a really nice experience to not focus so much on what I was going to find or what I was looking for. Instead, focusing on the experience of going out and just being at the thrift store. I think I've gotten a little too focused on trying to find good things that I kind of feel like the disconnect of what thrifting was all about for me, that the experience of thrifting is what kind of made me fall in love with thrifting in the first place. So it was really nice to simplify my day and just kind of go back to basics. But if you liked this video or if you liked anything from the haul, definitely make sure you give it a thumbs up. And I want to say thank you so much for watching, and thank you for thrifting with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.